Say no more, folks. We are live. Live and in color from Rickards High School.
L-I-I. 2 I's in the middle. V-E. Live.
Live. It's live. Yes, sir.
This is INSiiGHTS. We're here.
Yes, sir.
Bringing you the finals, the sectional finals. Ribault and Rickards, we in the house.
This is win or go home, folks.
I know that's right.
And boy, as soon as we hit the button, I see 5, 6, 12, almost 24 folks on already. They were waiting on us, coach.
They were waiting on the game.
They were waiting on us.
I don't blame them. They've been asking me all day. When you go somewhere, they stopping you, talking about y'all doing the game.
Yep. Tweet at us, at INSiiGHTS.
Oh, boy, this going to be a bomb burner here.
Hey,
we got Chantel Dishman, FSU fame, now assistant coach at Rickards. She's standing here. Hey, she's ready to go.
Yeah, she looking good, too.
She got her jeans on and matching tennis shoes and everything.
Yes, sir.
She ready to go. She representing Rickards up in here. Boy.
Got a little hair press.
Oh, you say she got a hair press, too?
Oh, she looking good.
I'm scared of her. I'm scared of her. Yeah. She talking about y'all messing with me.
She hitting the strike in a pose.
Oh, boy.
Do it, girl. Do it.
Oh,
do
boy.
It.
Oh, boy. You say you got her in here.
Got her in here. She's ready to roll.
They ready to roll. We're going to have a crowd in here today. Like
you just pointed out before we went live 48 seconds ago, Ribault has the size to match Rickards. They have some size.
They really, really do. This going to be an interesting one.
Yes, sir.
You know, this going to be an interesting one here, boy.
Yes, sir.
Now, we live and in color.
If the Raiders are going, and I've done my homework for this one.
You did your homework?
Yes, sir. I've done my homework for this one, and with my prediction, the Raiders are going to have to rely on one thing, Gentry Sparks. If he comes off the bench and produces for them, they'll win it.
Okay, I need to cut you because you talking not as important as the man I have right here. with the $250 pair of shoes, he got the pants all creased. Pulled out a brand new Rickards Raiders shirt.
A Gucci belt.
Oh, man, I'm glad you see him, boy.
You got a Gucci belt on.
Man, you got Coach Eli Bryant here, one step away from going to the Final Four. Coach, welcome.
Thank you.
What's your biggest fear about tonight?
Lose.
Oh, and he got some humor today. We got some humor today.
That's
what do
hilarious.
we know beside Ribault, beside the fact they like the press and the big boy they have in the middle?
Ribault is not visiting. They've been here before. We played this game maybe 10, 12 times. This is a game that decides who go to the state tournament. It's nothing new. This is, as a matter of fact, this is a rivalry bigger than the GODBY rivalry, truthfully.
Well, you know, we were teasing them. We said we got to have a much better Rickards crowd than what we have for GODBY because otherwise Ribault liable to come in here and hold a barbecue in the front yard.
Yeah, they traveled. The last time we were down there, we traveled very well down there.
Yeah, you did.
We look forward to a good game, good hard-fought game. They're not going to come in here and lie down. They came up here to win.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And you're going to get, like always, you're going to get the very best from Ribault.
They don't quit either, Coach.
No, I mean, hopefully we mirror each other. And it's just a game I enjoy playing. This game and the semifinal in the state, the only game that makes me nervous.
Okay. Y'all have met numerous times during your coaching career.
Yes, as an assistant and as a head coach.
Well, Coach Eli Bryant, from all the Tallahassee people that are in Tallahassee and are somewhere else, we wish you as much luck as humanly possible to pull this game off and get to the state tournament.
All praise be to God.
Okay, Coach. Thank you. Well, he's so cool again today. I don't know about Eli Bryant. I'm going to see if this coolness disappears in 4 minutes and 27 seconds.
You best believe it. He's going to be on the refs early. He's going to be working the crowd. He doesn't show that he's nervous, but I think he's probably going to be in his element tonight.
Yeah. You know, the Ribault chili is a little special. They usually sit behind the visiting team, and we're able to get. Am I out of the picture?
Yeah, you're in it. You're in it and out of it.
Okay, I want to be out of it. We got the famous, illustrious Coach Claude Kirk, number 3, which is indicative of the triple overtimes that he's a master of. That Ribault has had, but 2 out of the last 3 or 4 games have gone down to triple overtime. You playing it that way, Coach?
No, sir.
It just happens like that?
It just happened that way.
But the last one was a big one.
Yeah, that was a big one. It was fate that we had played Bishop Kenny twice, went in triple overtime the first time, went in triple overtime district championship, and then the third time was a charm. We came up short on the first 2, but the third one, we came out victorious. So to God be the glory.
That Coach, you didn't need to beat them but one time, and that was the time you needed to beat them.
That's correct.
Now, Coach, you had another miraculous finish. They scored a basket with 2 or 3 seconds left in the game. They thought they were on the floor cheering. Take the ball out, throw it the length of the floor. Bam, it's over with.
That was another miraculous win. Once again, I got to give all praise to God. We was up with about 45 seconds left, about 7 points. And we gave away 7 points. And just so happened we put it in our leader, our captain, our veteran hand, Devon Monster Matthews, and he threw up an 85-footer, nothing but the bottom of the net. And, you know, a win is a win.
Coach, I'd take that than the loss on that other end any time.
That's right.
Coach, I was getting text messages. I got a copy of that ending that somebody sent me from Jacksonville. You know, we got a lot of people that went to FAMU that we know.
Right. I am a FAMU graduate, too.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay. So
this is my second home.
We understand. Rattlers in the house.
Rattlers
everywhere.
in the house.
So we're really proud of it, and the way the kids play so hard and play so well for you, you know, that we wish you a lot of luck. This is not the typical crowd, you know, for a Rickards game.
Right.
I'm sure you like that.
Well, I was looking for a packed house. I think it'll fill in. You know, normally they have these games on Saturday. And so, unfortunately, we're having it on Friday, so people still getting off work. So I think they'll make, by the time we get to halftime, it'll thicken up.
Well, we appreciate you being here, I guess, and you know, if you didn't know, INSiiGHTS now has a relationship with Reigns and Ribault, so we will be over in Jacksonville doing games this season coming up.
That's a blessing.
You know.
All right, thank you very much.
We appreciate you. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
And here you have it. You got it from both coaches.
Yep.
Mr. Walker?
Yep. Can I finish what I started?
Yeah. Now, since you thought what you had to say was more important than Kirk 3, but well, go ahead. Star Trek continue.
I know Coach Eli is, you know, he's playing it cool and close to the vest, but 2 words: Gentry Sparks. He's got to come off the bench to give him a boost. Trotman's going to be neutralized by the size inside. They're not going to have that advantage that they had over GODBY. Coates is going to be smothered. McCray's going to be smothered, and it's going to rely on the guys that are going to come off the bench to provide a spark. It's got to be Gentry Sparks and the bench crew. The Rickards bench has got to come up huge. I mean huge for this one, for them to advance to Lakeland.
All right, and there we go. We have it. And tell you what, this might be one you might want to save for the record book for later on the season to roll, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to put your breaks in there for this one.
Yes, sir. All right.
And we're going to take a break right now, and we'll come back. Okay, we take our breaks, but we still on the air. Because we live. Did they do the national anthem last time?
We're getting set for the national anthem. Of course, Mr. Everything, Earl Hankerson, on the microphone with the sports announcement.
FHSAA Class 6A Boys Basketball Championship. The FHSAA reminds you that interscholastic events.
Are we on the air still? Or?
Yes, sir. We're live.
Yeah, I know we're live, but I mean we're back in the air for our broadcast.
Please let your good sportsmanship show as you watch tonight.
Jeff?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I ain't getting no answer, so.
I'm sorry. I'm getting ready for the national anthem.
And what you got to do to be ready for the national anthem, Jeff?
I'll tell you after the game.
Yeah, right. That'd be the right time to tell me. All right, here we go. Almost that time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, they get ready to do the starting lineup. Boy, this ought to be a humdinger that day.
Number 1, Martinez Mack. Number 2, James Simmons. Number 10, Anthony Felton. Number 11, Miles Smith. Number 21, Nick Garner. And number 32, Diego Morales. And starting tonight for the Trojans at guard, 5'7" freshman, number 3, Nyron Waters. At guard, 6'6" senior, number 15, Andre Johnson. At forward, 6'3" freshman, number 23, Chris Johnson.
Boy, this should be a good one tonight, Coach.
Yeah, it should.
It was a good one at GODBY, but this one, going to be real curious to see how the Raiders contend with the team that matches man-to-man and size-wise, size and speed.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there.
And, of course, coached by a fellow Rattler. Great to see. Boy, the enormous amount of pride that I have on my school. There's another Rattler on the floor.
I'm with you on that, Coach. I'm with you there.
Number 2, Zion Brown.
Curious, Zion is starting tonight. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No. They're inducing all the players.
Oh, introducing all. Okay, I'm sorry.
Boy, we're missing our we're missing our younger players. I mean, our younger announcers and broadcasters supposed to be here today.
Josh Norman's right there.
I'm missing Lanaya Lee and Strap.
Oh, Lanaya, Strap. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You forgot all neighborhood, all world Strap.
Yeah. You know, every now and then, you ain't trying to correct me on everything today, Jeffrey Walker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you can talk for a little while I can eat this popcorn.
I'm sitting here I'm trying to read the lips of the Ribault coach, and what he's saying is, basically, we got to beat them. He just told his team we got to beat them up and down the floor. He said we got to out-hustle them and we got to outwork them. And the team looked at him, and boy, they had that eye of the tiger look. Nobody's over there laughing. Nobody's joking. Everybody's serious as a heart attack, and the coach is out there on the floor with him like he's getting ready to play.
Well, seeing that he looked like he the shortest one over there, too.
Yeah, boy, they have that 34. It's got to be at least 6'4", 6'5". And number 5 is their workhorse, Matthews, who threw, like he said, threw the 80-footer, and it would hit nothing but net at 85 feet. When the other team pulled the University of California, had the band on the court and everybody else getting run over, and Ribault comes out with a win. So
key is Destiny Coates and being able to handle the pressure.
Yeah.
And how long he can go, because he's going to see 32 minutes of it.
Yes. Destin Coates, like I said, you got a neutral factor that both teams are going to be fairly neutral. Is going to rely on Gentry Sparks coming off the bench. And I'll say it again, Gentry Sparks. If he comes off the bench and hits 10 points, the Raiders will win. So I'm going to track Gentry's point production.
Okay, you do that. Destin has to be able to handle the ball for me.
Absolutely. That's
the games that have been successful for Rickards is when they were able to establish themselves inside.
Uh-oh, Ribault.
The last time Alec had size against him inside was Miami Northern, and he didn't do as well. We need to see how much he's actually improved in that instance to be able to bring what he needs to bring to help him.
Here we go, folks. Nope. Trotman gets the tip. Raiders control early.
They're in zone.
Destin Coates to McCray. McCray surveys getting a 5 count.
Jump shots will come out the corner. 1-2-2. It's going to be hard to get that jump shot from the top of the circle on an odd man front against that 1-2-2.
Raiders in a motion type offense. They get it into Trotman. Trotman dishes down low.
Missed shot.
Missed
Foul
shot.
coming.
Oh, jump ball. They're lucky. Lucky they didn't get over the back.
Ooh. Boy, that coach on the floor like Andy Kofel over there.
Yeah, that looked like an over the back. They got lucky.
Nyron Waters handling the ball. Man-to-man by Rickards, running the flex right there, Ribault.
Ribault trying to work the ball down to the baseline, and they pull it back out. Like I said, their match almost man for man. No distinct advantage for either team. Here's a 2 off the mark. Reigns with the rebound. I'm sorry, Ribault with the rebound. And a drive to the basket, and it's good. The guard puts it in. Score one for the guards, and boy. Yeah, Destin Coates was in trouble early, like you said. Destin Coates runs all the way down the length of the floor, dishes to McCray. Oh my goodness, Destin Coates threw an interception, tipped the ball, came back all the way down the court, and made a play. Then the Raiders needed that one.
Yeah, Coach Claude is already on the ref.
Ribault, nice pick and roll down low. Boy, they set a pick in there on Trotman, and then freed their guy. Raiders facing a full court press, and they're getting ready to turn the ball over again. They aren't careful. Get the ball in the hands of Mr. Reliable, Destin Coates.
Foul call.
Boy, it just seems to go so smooth. Once you get the ball in Coates' hands, is an easy transition.
No, you're not agreeing with me.
No, absolutely. I've said that for the last, since we've been covering the Raiders.
That's the key right there.
Yeah, their guard play. They have to be solid.
Destin is the key. McCray has to get in the corner where their other offense they run with the 2 guard front.
McCray with the shot and almost an and 1. Good play by McCray.
My bad. We're going to talk over to each other all day today, I see.
No, I'm sorry.
That's all right. We'll take a break and come back. And we're at the line shooting 2. They can't afford to miss those free throws that they missed against. Won't be able to do that and win.
McCray.
Rickards with soft pressure. Sliding on the floor a little bit.
Yeah. Boy, the guard is just going all over, and he's getting hand checked, and they finally get a call.
That should be a good matchup there. Trumbull's actually a pretty good defensive guard. Let's see what this out-of-bounds play looks like against Rickards man-to-man. They took away 2 options. That was option 3 there.
There's a jump hook in the middle. McCray pushes it up. Pulls up a 3. Nice shot. We just couldn't drop for him. Ribault had an easy run. The Raiders were slow to get back, and they paid for it.
1-2-1-1 press.
Ball's in Destin Coates, who puts up a 48-footer.
Yeah, that's a little deep there.
He misses it. Ribault right back down the other way, and the Raiders are down 6-3 already. And a long three by Matthews. Here comes Coates the other way.
Ooh.
Yeah, Destin got away with that elbow.
Ball out on the side. Rickards has 2 shots. They took a little bit quick to me. If they're going to try and play this tempo right now, this is Ribault's tempo.
Here he is, Gentry Sparks in the game. He's got to be a difference maker for the Raiders.
This is not the tempo. There's a jump shot out the corner.
McCray, there he is. That's his shot. Tie game. As soon as he came in, the Ribault coach yelled, there he is. Gentry Sparks, good defensive play. Rebound to the Trojans. Destin Coates gets the ball. He's going to beat the press all by himself. He turns the ball over. Another new guard in. That's Montavious Mack. Mack to the hole. He's blocked by Trotman. Timeout Rickards. They're going to maintain possession. Coach A.V. Curry jumps up immediately and tells him to calm down.
And we'll take a break and we'll be back.
We're back. Raiders are inbound. Of course, Ribault with only 4 men. Well, they had a substitution infraction. Couldn't get a man in there quick enough. Coates inbounds. Inbounds to McCray. Bad pass by Coates. They turned the ball over. Boy, sloppy play by the Raiders starting out. Can't be sloppy. Montravius Mack. McCray, shooter for Ribault. Boy, Ribault is dominating offensive rebounds. That's off Destin Coates' foot, but no kick ball call. He pushes the ball up. And they turn the ball over again. Almost turned it over. Should have been a turnover, got a jump ball. Trotman the inbound. Inbound to Destin Coates. Destin Coates penetrates, dishes. They dish to Trotman. Trotman misses a rebound, tips his own pass. Trotman ties the game back up 8-8. Matthews is yet to hit a basket. Boy, Rickards team sleeping again. Didn't get back on defense. They got Destin Coates on. 5-second call.
Everybody thought they had called a reaching foul.
Good defense by the Raiders. And boy, you can see Devon Matthews is frustrated he hadn't gotten the ball, gotten enough touches yet. He's starting to get a little frustrated. They've got Destin Coates on him to keep the ball away from him, which is a great idea.
There's that shot in the corner.
Yeah, they got Trotman right there, and he's double teamed. The foul, good foul. And that foul was on Matthews. That may be a strategy for the Raiders. Boy, they called it on 11. Looked like it was on Matthews. Trotman shoots two. Makes the first. Trotman for the second. Misses the second. Trojans rebound. They push it up. Raiders get back quickly on defense. Another kick ball. They get a call there. It's gonna inbound Trojans. Matthews, the inbounds. He's their leading scorer. We pointed out early. Boy, 34 just came in there and just bow pushed. That's off the mark. 34 is on Trotman. Nice rebound by Trotman. Avery Curry tells Destin Coates to set it up.
Oh, he got hit in the mouth that time. With Julian Clark popped him going by.
There's Gentry Sparks. Passes to McCray. McCray thinking about a 50-footer. Pushes in the zone. Misses. Trojans dominating the rebounds. What that looked like, about 9 steps. I don't know what that call was.
Late call. Foul on Destin.
Raiders up 9-8. Very sloppy game so far.
Alec Trotman holding his own so far.
Yeah.
Alley-oop.
Gentry Sparks. Dishes to McCray. McCray with the 3. In and out. Raiders in perfect position to rebound, and they're going to get an and one.
And a push. And a push.
Yeah, Raiders with a good block out. 21 down there. Had perfect position. Knew McCray was going to shoot that. And that's just good coaching. Anytime you know your shooter gets the ball in his hands, immediately block out. And he had his man boxed out and was in prime position for a rebound.
Michael Knox, first big man.
Yeah, and he did what you told him, Coach. He went right back up. He didn't drop step this time like he did in the GODBY game. The GODBY game, he did that drop step. This time he caught the ball, went right back up, and drew the foul. Makes them both.
That's 2 free throws in a row. That's a rarity for Rickards.
And boy, here comes Ribault. There's a turnover. Gentry Sparks right there in the middle, and they're going to get a travel. That's a good call. The player actually stripped the ball, then took another step to pass it.
Berlingo resting Destin.
Yeah.
You got to give him the offensive play with a signal a little quicker than that.
3-second call. The Raiders went out of sync. Went out of sync then, and they're out of sync now. Of course, Destin Coates on the bench. Gentry Sparks is in. Still no points yet. So Matthews has the ball. He passed it. That's a double dribble. Boy, we're getting late calls. The referee must not have the whistle in his mouth. He double dribbled, took 4 steps, and then finally got a.
Boy, they're substituting a lot. Ribault's probably made the 25th substitution now.
Matthews.
3-quarter court. 1-2.
Raiders up.
2-2-1.
They're the 6 count. They get it to Gentry Sparks. Gentry Sparks gonna take this one all the way. Gentry Sparks. That's what I'm talking about. That's my man. All neighborhood Gentry Sparks. Gentry Sparks off the bench with his first 2 points.
Ribault
responds
answers. And they answer. James Simmons.
And boy, McCray tossed that in. You gotta play fundamental basketball and give him a good chest pass. McCray just kind of lobbed that pass and it was picked off. (13-10) Raiders. The Raiders got to be much more careful with the ball. There's a high pick. Oh, nice turn. Gentry Sparks with the Gentry Sparks with the, gets blocked. Out of bound on Ribault. Their player was lying down on the floor, and half his body was out of bounds, and he touched the ball. Referee called it out. Gentry Sparks with the ball. McCray dribbles through the double team, puts up a 12-footer. Money. Raiders up 15-10. 50 seconds to go. I expect Matthews to take this one all the way because he's frustrated. He wants some touches. Raiders with good defense. Coach Eli Bryant is up on his feet enjoying this one. Raiders, Trojans with the 28th substitution already. Matthews inbounds. Looks like they're going to try to get this ball to Matthews. And they're going to get a touch foul. This really works to the Raiders' advantage. They're resting Coates and Trotman. And here comes Coates back in with 31 seconds. I probably would have left him on the bench. The Raiders have held their own. They're up 15-10. Boy, excellent defense by Gentry Sparks to knock that ball away from the backside. The Trojans ran a pick and there was a spin move. 29 seconds. 15-10 Raiders. And boy, there's Matthews on a pick and roll. They missed him. And Gentry Sparks with good defense. They're going to get a hold on number 10 for the Raiders. Matthews to inbounds the ball with 19 seconds. Inbounds to the guard. Boy, he took 3 steps. Missed. Rebound, Destin Coates. Destin Coates pushes it up. Raiders hold it up. They push it down low. Jump hook off the mark. 6 seconds. Ribault, 4, 3, 2. Puts up a half-court shot. No good. Raiders come out of the first quarter up 15-10. This is INSiiGHTS. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this. INSiiGHTS High School Sports Game of the Week. Josh, Trotman and the other starting big man are coming back in the game to start the second quarter. They got a nice little breather there. Boy, the Ribault coach is down there. He's fired up. He's telling them we got to get the ball to Matthews. He's hitting Matthews on the back saying we got to get it to him. Josh Norman is down there, right there behind the pile. We'll be able to get a report from him here in a second, Coach. Start of the second quarter, Trojans trail 10-15. Josh, what did the Ribault coach come up with?
Like you're playing scared, excellent hustle, excellent defense, and let's turn it up a notch in this quarter. Let's see what they do coming out of the quarter. Back to you, Jeff, and Mickey at the desk.
Thank you, sir. Raiders still with the blanketing defense, and boy, there's the one thing you can't do is throw the ball cross court against the Raiders. Teams have lived and died by that. You cannot throw those balls cross court. The Raiders have made a living in the last 30 years since I've seen Rickards basketball intercepting that long 3 is off the mark. And you're going to get a push in there by Big 34. He put the bow on that's Clark. Clark just put the football bow into one of the Raiders' backs. He put it in 33, and the Raiders are in the bonus. They're going to shoot 1 and 1. Boy, that helps out their cause. The Raiders with the slim 7-point lead. You all right, Coach? Are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Make that an 8-point lead. Coach Bryant just cracked a slight smile over there. Make that a 9-point lead. If they can keep the ball out of Matthews' hands, this is a good strategy for the Raiders. They've got Destin Coates on him, and then when Coates goes out of the game, they have either McCray or either Gentry Sparks. There's Destin Coates trying to cut the pass off to Matthews. They're going to get a foul on, looks like Trotman. And the Trojans are out of sync without Matthews hitting any baskets. I don't think he scored yet. He's had one shot. First basket's no good. Coach Avery Curry over there giving instructions, got his sport jacket on and his Ferragamo shoes. Second basket, second free throws off the mark. McCray with the handle. And he dribbles out of bounds. Well, McCray's got to get that ball to Coates. The Raiders are sticking like glue on Matthews. They do not want Matthews to touch the ball, which is a good strategy because the Trojans are struggling to put baskets. And they're keeping it away from McCray, and Destin Coates is covering him like a cornerback. McCray with the good defense. The Trojans are out of sync, Coach. They've got to find something that works them to the basket.
Ribault's not a strong offensive ball club. They're a mirror of Reigns. They try to use their defense to create offense for them.
Yeah.
As long as Reigns can handle the pressure, as we said earlier, going into the game, it increases their chance of success.
Boy, a lot of picks down there. Boy, that credit the Raiders. They make them throw the ball all the way to the back court. Matthews finally gets a pick. Matthews finally got a pick so that he could get the ball. They ran a pick on Coates that freed Matthews. They finally got him the ball, and he drove right to the basket.
On Destin, he picked up his second one. That's a big foul.
That is huge. But do you pull him or do you let him play?
He's gonna probably take him out for a little bit because he had a 9-point lead.
Well, he's got to keep. He's been like money on Matthews. Matthews is their leading scorer.
He can't pick up 3 fouls this quarter. 6.5 minutes left in the second. He cannot get his third.
Can't get his third. All right, we'll see. Destin Coates with the handle.
A rebound at half court. 2-1-2.
Raiders up 19-11.
Here comes the trap. He stepped over the line.
He sure did. He threw it to him in that no man's corner. And the baseline becomes a third defender. And then the half court line becomes a fourth defender. Turnover Raiders. So they change up. They put a different man on Matthews, and Matthews is calling for the ball. Raiders in a zone. Raiders in a soft-esque zone. They get it into McCray. Trojans with the rebound. They step. There's a good shot, good-looking shot there by Johnson, Leandre Johnson. Makes it a 6-point game. Boy, almost another turnover by the Raiders. Boy, if Destin Coates doesn't have the ball, the Raiders are just way out of sync. So they're going to make a substitution. Look at there.
Oh.
Again,
Good move, Destin.
Good move. Excellent move by Destin. You know, a half thrown pass. Again, just fundamental basketball. Give Destin Coates a good chest pass or a good bounce pass. But he just kind of lobbed it and it got tipped, not anticipating Matthews' athletic ability.
1-2-2 to change defense again. Third one we've seen.
McCray sees it. He's gonna go to his spot over there in that corner. He's just waiting to shoot him out of it. Coach, right there it is. They set him up all day. They went to that zone, and McCray saw it, went to his spot. Destin Coates set him up with the penetration. There's Johnson with the shot.
Ooh.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one. Matthews dribbles into the trap. And boy, that's going to be close. He stepped on that line. The referee missed it. Matthews with the jumper. Off the mark. Boy, they're just hammering Trotman in there. Trotman had position. They almost pulled him down. Illegal pick. That's a moving screen. Yeah, that's a moving screen. I didn't see who it was on, but somebody set a moving screen.
Timeout, Ribault.
Raiders slowly but silently pulling away, 22-13. Like you said, Coach, I thought Ribault would have been a much more potent offensive threat. But like you said, they make their offense off of their defense, and as long as the Raiders don't turn the ball over and can be efficient.
That and the fact that Ribault is not going to quit. They've been down most of their games in the last third or fourth of the season, so they're going to continue to come back. They're doing a good job of changing their defenses, trying to find out which one is creating the most havoc for Rickards.
But you know, you're a guy, Mr. Reliable. Destin Coates immediately saw them change from a man-to-man into that zone defense and penetrated and kicked to McCray, which was easy money. That's his. He's made a living doing that all year.
Well, we identified when they're in a 1-2-2 that the weakness of it is in the middle and in the corner. And as long as they ran an odd man front offense, they weren't going to score on it. Once they went and kind of made the wings into the corner where they shoot from all year, they'll be hard to stop giving
Raiders with a zone. They switched to a zone. McCray's.
My bad.
McCray's guarding Matthews. Dangerous bounce pass there. There's a three-pointer. It's off the mark. Rebound, Trojans. And he goes back up. And gets partially blocked. Boy, Trojans just don't quit. Boy, they keep working that ball in there. The Raiders cannot go to sleep. 22-15. Trojans with like 6 possessions on that one play. Back to a man-to-man. McCray dishes to Gentry Sparks. All neighborhood, Gentry Sparks comes through. Gentry Sparks with 4 points, ladies and gentlemen. If he hits 10, the Raiders are probably 90+% to win. Matthews to the basket. Boy, in Michael Jordan-esque style. Finger roll to the front of the rim. 3 minutes to go. 24-17. Gentry Sparks. Shots off. Trojans rebound. Matthews. And boy, Raiders got caught sleeping that time again. Raiders have got to get back down the court. 24-19. Like you said, Coach, far from over. The Raiders are starting to, Trojans are starting to feel it. Gentry Sparks drives and gets fouled. That's my guy, Coach. 13, Gentry Sparks at the line. If he hits these two, he'll be at 6. His quota tonight is 10. This is the first. Trojans with 3 subs with 2 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Well, it must be nice to have that kind of bench where you can go 10 men, 8-10 men on the floor, 10 men deep. Gentry Sparks makes the second. He's at 5 points. Double dribble for a travel. They're at a 7 count, 8. Gentry Sparks. Nice pass, Gentry Sparks. Gentry Sparks drove to the basket. Made a nice dish, couldn't get the assist. Trojans a chance to cut the lead. Matthews is over here all by himself. The Raiders are out of sync. Coach Eli Bryant immediately jumps up and yells, hey, here's the shooter. Number 1 with the LeBron James playground move gets called for the travel. That's Montavious Mack, and he immediately comes out of the game over onto the bench. They pull a Mickey Clayton on him. You mess up, you get over there and sit on the end of the bench. McCray gets it on a long pass, drives to the basket. McCray all the way. Well, McCray is on fire. He hit that 3 and then just had the huge drive. It's Matthews.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was such a, that was
touch foul.
He said he bumped it. Matthews to the line. One and one. Raiders box out. Matthews makes it. Trojans stay alive. 27 to 20. Matthews gets them both. Late sub. Six-point game again. Full court press. Ball in the hand of Mr. Reliable. Destin Coates with a good bounce pass back. McCray gets it. He loves, that's his spot. McCray puts it up. Nothing but net. McCray with the last 8 Raider points. There's almost a turnover. And it is a turnover. And immediately, he must have learned coaching from you, because he takes out the man that made a mistake as soon as he makes it. He pulls another Mickey Clayton on him, folks. You make a mistake, get over here and sit by me. Destin Coates to McCray. What? It's all right. McCray's got the green light. Coach, he looked over to Coach Curry and said, my bad. Coach Curry told him, keep shooting. He's got the green light. Because they know they're going to live and die.
I'd have taken Destin out then so he doesn't get a third foul in the last minute.
Yeah, absolutely. 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 You going to get a hold on number 2. It looks like he's getting ready to come out of the game. That's Simmons. And just as like that, Simmons comes out of the game. Number 2. And the coach pulls his 5th Mickey Clayton of the game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my man. I'm sorry, coach.
Hey, it's all right.
He must have learned that from you.
Yeah, he went to fam.
He went to fam. Hey, he made a foul and turned the ball over. The coach immediately pulled him out of the game. Immediately. Not like a breath in between. That helps the Raiders. If they hit this, they're up by 10. Destin Coates, they missed it. It was like they were going to pull Coates out. Well, they already got him out. They've already gotten him out. But there's an elbow. 30 seconds. Nice dish. Good defense by Gentry Sparks. The Trojans keep battling. Here the Raiders guards are. McCray gets the ball. McCray's going to get a foul and get an opportunity to shoot too. What a Trojan parents didn't like that. But it did look like a block. McCray at the line. And he's money. Raiders up by 10.
Raiders up by how many?
Oh, I'm sorry. By 8. I'm sorry. I thought they were up by 10. You're right. Ribault did score on that last possession. Raiders up by 9. And McCray's going to come out. Trojans look to set something up. The shot is off. Boy, Gentry Sparks is getting held. Gentry Sparks is getting mugged down there. First quarter, Raiders up 32-23. They played well. My guy Gentry Sparks is at 5 points. All neighborhood. Your thoughts on the first half, Coach?
Oh, now you want to hear my thoughts. I'm going to interview Lanaya and Scrap if they ever get over here. But it's kind of gone like I thought it would. I mean, as long as we can handle the pressure, then Rickards would be okay. And they've been able to do that, which I thought Destin would be a key to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give it up for the Raiders cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Well, to get Lanaya Leon now, it takes an act of Congress to be able to separate her from the rowdy Raider student section over there. You so at home over there. See, I got to go get you so I can talk on here. See, otherwise, I'm just a third microphone. What's your thought?
It looked pretty good. I mean, I came in a little late, just a little late.
A little late.
But
see, we were actually going to let you do the first half. I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you to get nervous.
Well, we had a flag football game.
You not playing?
But that's my team.
This your team too?
Yeah. I'm about 14. Hey, Scrap.
We were gonna let you. We were gonna let you.
See, look at my girls right there. Flag football.
So far, it was very important for Rickards to be able to handle the pressure. And, you know, Destin was able to do that, set them down early.
Yeah. Like, Scrap and I were over there talking about the two-man jump Ribault did. It's like, it's simple. Everyone knows you got to pass it and pass it back. You can't sit here and hold it. That's freshman mistakes. You can't make that same mistake junior, sophomore, senior year. You just can't. That's something you can't do. That's how they end up turning the ball over about 2, 3, 4 times.
Is that something that you work on in practice?
I can't hit Scrap.
Is that something that you work on in practice?
Oh, yeah, we work on that all the time. You can ask Scrap. Every time we travel, she be over there. Crazy.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Coach Davis before the game, and she talked a lot about the fact that they really missed some of your leadership.
Yeah. I tried to stay apart, but it was like, you know, in a mix of having appointments and therapy, a bunch of everything. It was kind of hard to try to lead without actually being on the court.
Yeah, but like, it really helps, like, probably 10 times more. You know, it'd be better if you was out there, but you being out there, like, on the bench with us at the game, it really helps. And that's one of the things that we missed this year, that leadership on the bench and on the court. Like, we missed that this year.
True.
But I can't wait to get you out there.
I know, I'm excited.
Because in so many games we look back on and we be like, man, if we had Naya, you know, her extra points, her extra rebounds, you know, just the presence of another guard, it would have really helped.
Oh, yeah.
But I just can't wait to get back out there.
Like I was just telling Scrap, we didn't get the opportunity to beat Ribault. Because especially since this year we lost to Mosley, but Ribault didn't even make it. So even if we would have won, we wouldn't be able to play them.
Yeah.
So I think it adds a little more because our boys felt the same hurt we felt when we lost last year, the year before that, and this year.
And we had to come out here and support the boys because we already know what type of crowd Ribault brings. Like our freshman year, they brought so many people and they were so loud, and it was just like, as me as a freshman, it was overwhelming.
Exactly.
Because I've never seen that many people just travel to come watch their team play, and they made noise out here.
They're loud now.
Yeah. So I had to come out here and support them boys.
Oh yeah, just one big family, the whole Rickards community.
But I just like with that press, you gotta pass it and get it back. They can't hold that ball. They can't hold that ball, or like they done. But it's gonna be a trap. You can't make those mistakes in a game like this. This is too big of a game to make those types of mistakes.
But even like defensively, our boys can step up some. They closeouts, the closeouts aren't very well. They can have better closeouts. They're closing out, but they're getting beat off the dribble. They can't afford to do that because they're getting too many rebounds and too many shots on offense.
Yeah, they're getting too many second chance, third chance shots.
Exactly.
They have to step over and play defense. They're reaching, and then they can't do all that. They have to play defense. They have to be able to contain them and then they got to get the ball out fast. They're letting the ball bounce.
Yeah, they're taking too long to get the ball out. That's really a big thing because even with our season, we notice when we start taking it out faster, everything goes a lot quicker. Everything works in your favor because it's really hard to defend a transition offense.
Yeah, and it's very hard to defend someone and they take the ball out and then they're pushing the ball down court, like right down your throat. It's very hard. It's very hard to defend. And then you have to go up and down the court with that team and they're playing hard on defense.
Yeah.
It's like, that's exhausting. It's very exhausting.
But yeah, so.
They have a comfortable lead right now. They do. They have a comfortable lead right now, and if they just keep scoring and keep doing what they're doing, you know, find their shooters, they'll be good.
I hope they pull it out because we haven't been to state since Vince was a freshman.
Yeah.
So that was our 8th grade year.
And that'd be great for them to win this at home.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be great, and then for like just me being here watching, it'll be.
And it's even better seeing alumni out here.
Yeah.
People that I know and saw that went to state. People that went undefeated and won state here, cheering the boys on.
Yeah. And like that's one of the things too. The alumni, they come back to support the people still here, like their friends still here. Like it's just like I love when our alumni come out. Like,
oh yeah.
Like the alumni from when it was the Rickards Redskins. Like.
Oh yeah, that makes it funny.
Yeah. They're so crazy. I can't wait to see, because you know the second half is always like a turnaround. Like either the intensity, it grows or it drops. I can't wait to see who takes
Yeah, because either all the jitters are out,
yeah,
or they weren't jitters and they're just playing bad. It's either this or that. It's not really in between.
So I can't wait to see who come out here and take control of this second half.
Oh yeah. I really feel like our boys are gonna step up.
Yeah.
I don't think they're used to crowd. I mean, actually, they might be kind of used to this crowd, just because, you know, that first GODBY game or the first Lincoln game,
yeah,
kind of very similar to this.
Yeah.
Pretty big, pretty intense.
Yeah.
Guess I would say.
Yeah.
But
And when they had GODBY and then Lincoln like back to back.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So like they had a sold out crowd both games. So
And they won both.
Yeah, they won both. And most people didn't think they were gonna win both, but they came out here and proved everybody wrong. Like this season, like they were just. You see a lot of team ball.
Yep, because you see a lot of people stepping up. People that weren't actually playing last year or the year before. People that even transferred from schools where they weren't playing. You see them get out here and give it their all.
Yeah, and then you see the bench stays involved in the game. And that's one of the biggest things when your bench stays involved in the game.
Yeah.
You know, because when you're on the court, you're not really listening to the crowd. You're listening to what's going on your bench. And if your bench is dead, then most likely everybody on the court is going to be dead.
Exactly.
And it's just, that's something you don't want.
And that's with every sport.
Yeah.
Honestly. If your sideline or your bench or your fan base is dead, it's really hard to get energy.
Yeah. Because you feed off of the energy around you.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of hard to get going if, like, everybody's not into the game.
Yeah.
Like, when we played GODBY, I want to say the second time here, like, it was so dead in here. And it was just hard to pick up the energy. Because it was like people weren't even watching the game.
Okay, ladies, do a lead into what to expect now as we head to tip-off.
I think that they will turn up this intensity. Yeah, they're gonna have a few bad runs, you know, but they have to, you know, find themselves again this quarter. I feel like Ribault is gonna come out with some, you know, BJ went back and made some changes, you know, try to improve their game because this is not really where you want to see yourself at in this type of game at the score right now. You don't want to see want it to be a close game all the way through. So, I mean, we'll see who takes the edge.
I also feel like Ribault has nothing to lose. I feel like they'll come out here and give it their all just because they're already down. Our boys, I just hope they don't get a little, I hope they don't get comfortable, you know?
Yeah, just hope they don't get complacent with themselves.
Yeah.
Strap, tell us what's going on in the game now. Be the commentator.
Okay, I don't even know.
Let's go, Strap.
Okay. I just be watching.
Now you got to talk.
I don't know what to say.
Yes, you do. You were just over there commentating.
I really don't know what to say now.
Help a lot, Lanaya.
Okay, you got Destin up top with the ball, making the post-entry pass to Alec. He's looking to go up, went up. Once again, not great rebounding on our end.
Okay, it'll be Rickards' ball.
Oh, now you want to talk, huh?
She needs a little push, a little jump start.
Just help me. Okay, you got Rickards inbound on the ball. Oh, we got that. That's a dangerous overpass. That's a dangerous overpass.
They should just threw it back court.
Yeah, that was
they
a
should just threw it back court.
That was a good save, Dustin. He should have let that go. They're trying to set up their offense.
Man defense from Ribault.
Oh, they went. Yeah.
They brought the post out. We brought our post out.
They're trying to get Vince in the court again. Come on, go. And one.
And one from Jamel.
That was a good rebound. That was a good rebound. Go
and
up.
put back.
That real nice.
It's a good thing he went right back up instead of bringing it down.
Yeah.
Because he's not the tallest, but he has been rebounding lately.
They're trying to get Vince in the corner and set him up for his corner three. But I think Ribault has realized that now that they're trying to set him up for that corner three, so he has to do something different.
Speak up a little bit more, Strap.
All right.
Made free throw by Tramel. Ribault's ball.
So what is that? That's a 1-2-2 press? A good layup.
I don't know, but Ribault just breezed straight through it.
That's a 1-2-2.
Come on, guard.
That's a 1-2-2 press. They need to tighten that up.
Yeah, Ribault back with a jumping type thing.
Yeah, they're trying to trap in the
Two-man
corners.
up.
Oh, good layup. That's the thing about Vince. You know, lately he's been able to just blow by defenders.
Okay, so it looks like we're in a 1-2-2.
Oh.
Ribault with the backcourt.
Yeah. Yeah, that was, you know, Vince played that passing lane real good.
He really did. And that's somebody I feel like is really putting this on his shoulders. He really wants to go to state. He feel like this is really his year.
Yeah, I feel like this is their year.
Who took the timeout?
Ribault with a 30. I mean, full.
What's he telling them now?
Sorry?
No, he's probably telling them to settle down.
Oh.
He's probably telling them to settle down because they're not playing really great defense, and they have been turning the ball over, and it's only been, what, 2.5 minutes you know, in the quarter.
It doesn't look like a very intense timeout, you know. It's not like Davis at all.
No, they just need to settle down.
You said it is intense or it's not?
Not very intense. No stomping.
What's Coach Bryant telling you? Eli, Coach, what did he tell his team? You looking like, who is that?
I didn't see Coach Eli. I was watching Ribault. I know how Coach Eli is. When he yells, you can hear it.
Okay, people on the air don't know.
Okay.
What kind of defense are they in?
Ribault's in a 2-3, but I don't see a jump.
No, it's like a man. No, I think that's a man. But they're probably playing like a.
They're playing a boxing one.
Yeah, a boxing one. They're boxing one and Vince. See, they're trying to get him open to that.
Oh. Turnover.
Yeah, they're trying to get him open to that corner over there. They're boxing one him. They have to set. Him some screens, like a double screen.
Yeah.
He has to get him a double screen going.
Rickards still in the 1-2-2 press. Looks like a man now. Yeah, definitely a man now.
Yeah, man now. You gotta play straight up with that.
Yeah.
See,
they gotta box out.
They're not boxing out at all.
Rickards isn't getting enough rebounds. If we could get on the board some more, we'd be fine.
Because we have the bodies. We have
really
the bodies. See, they have to get him a double screen going, but while they got his double screen going, they have to get some movement with that ball. They have to make that defense move, because right now he's holding the ball and they're trying to get him open.
Or post Alec up. Look, Alec has, yeah, I'm saying Alec has somebody light on him.
Oh, he caught the travel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but the other ref down there, he caught the foul.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, but he did travel before he went up. He traveled before he went up. So.
Oh, now he just traveled.
He just traveled.
Can't miss that one.
In open court, Russell Westbrook. Got a slot. See, by the way, Ribault shooting, you could tell that they were good run. That was a great pass. That was a great pass. Now that's the way, that's team ball. Oh,
Vincent.
good defense. Good defense.
Oh, good follow-up. Good.
Yes,
oh,
that was great.
So close to a finish by Tramel. You had Vince break on the ball and get his a deflection for Tramel to get the steal and go up for a layup, got fouled. Didn't get the and one, but was really close.
Very close. I feel like if he would have got that and one, that would have set the whole game.
I think it would have really changed the.
Yeah, it would. The momentum would have really been on Rickards' side then.
Because the crowd would have been more involved.
Yeah. I know, but the way Ribault's been shooting, you can tell that in the previous games they've been a shooting team. But it's like tonight the shots are just not falling for them, and they're trying so hard to get them shots to fall.
Oh yeah.
Because they've been shooting a lot of they haven't been getting to the basket a lot. They shoot a lot of jump shots and they shoot a lot of threes.
But the difference between us and Ribault right now, I think, we're not playing everyone on our bench. Ribault, I'm pretty sure I've seen almost everyone on Ribault's bench get in.
Oh, good block. Good block by Allen.
Now they're down there getting a little intense.
Yeah.
He called an offensive foul there.
He called an offensive foul?
Offensive foul.
Through elbow.
But he just held up 32. Did he mean 33? Scrap, remember I used to get those type of offensive fouls.
Oh, good
block by Alec. Recovered by Ribault. I don't know what we're in. I think it was a man, but that didn't go through.
That's the way you close out. That was a good closeout by Malik.
Good rebound.
Number 11's been the only one I've seen get to the goal.
Yeah.
But everybody else has been stopping and shooting. Oh, you gotta catch that.
The other boy I saw try to get to the basket on the bench.
Yeah, that was a good hustle. He lost the ball, but he kept playing, and that's hustle. That was great. There you go. See, that was great. Great Rickards.
Timeout, Ribault full. The score is 43-25. Rickards up with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third quarter. I I currently see Coach Sparks from Rickards talking to Malik about making sure he chins the ball coming down. Something like what we're talking about.
Yeah, because if you chin the ball, and swing, and then someone get hit with an elbow, then it's not technically your fault.
That's on them. They gotta get out of that space.
Yeah.
Ribault coach is looking a little more intense, protecting the ball. I think that's what he just said. That's what it looks like. They don't look too down, honestly.
They don't. I feel like that they may have been in this situation before. Because they're handling it very
actually,
well.
Their last game against Bishop Kenny's game before this one, it was a really close game. I think triple overtime, and they ended up pulling through.
Wow.
So I'm pretty sure they're used to close or, you know, losing because they don't have a very high winning record either. So.
Wow, triple overtime.
Oh yeah.
See, when he back up like that towards that line, I feel like that's when you step up to make him go back court.
Yeah.
See, we have to box him out.
34 from Ribault has been crashing the boards very well.
They just gave him a warning.
Delay of game warning.
Yeah, 34 has been crashing the boards. They need to box him out.
Ribault is in a press. Looks
They're
like a 1-2-1-1. Yep.
1-2-1-1.
And they're trapping the inbound pass.
Destin with the 3.
He missed.
You get his shots going.
Ribault with a rebound again.
Yeah. Oh, good steal.
That's the steal. There it goes.
That was a great steal. That's that.
He always trying to call a timeout for no reason. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's a fun.
That was a little intense.
Yeah. He almost called him out the air.
Being subbed in is Jamar Knox for Alec.
Now, when Jamar come in, he needs to take the spot of Alec. He needs the box number 34 out. We need somebody who's going to box him out.
From what I saw, he has been rebounding pretty decently, considering he doesn't get in a lot majority of the games, and he did have an issue with playing, like getting time.
Yeah.
But this game, he looks like he's been doing pretty good to me, rebounding, putting it up, drawing the foul.
You know.
And he sunk his free throws. So.
Yeah, for a big, intense game like this.
And he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, only a sophomore.
The closeout could have been a little better.
Yeah, they got to close out hard.
Oh, yeah.
See, they have to get that ball out fast. They're being too stagnant.
Gentry, he's got, okay.
They're being too, there's a blow by.
Destin got to be a little more careful there.
Now they're trying to set up their play.
Now they're in a man, no longer boxing one.
They went man.
A true man. They're sticking. I don't even see any help defense, really.
There's no help defense. They're just playing man.
34 is kind of in there, but.
Oh, good job.
He's got to finish.
Yeah, he has to finish that. You have to go all the way into him. You're one of our post players. You have to go all the way into him.
Yep. Can't be afraid of the contact.
Yeah.
He could have taken the next dribble.
Unless he's going to jump, stop, and float that in.
Exactly. Which I doubt.
No.
Pass has to be quicker.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's what scares me when he does that.
Yeah, that's scary. I thought he was going to shoot it.
Destin Coates, the original Gentry Sparks.
The original. Oh, listen to it. The original Gentry Sparks. Okay, I got you. You're listening to INSiiGHTS High School Game of the Week, bringing the live stream to you. And commentating Lanaya Lee. Diana Wolfer, better known as Scrap. Rickards High School, part of our leadership program. Leadership Academy, Jimmy Saul's Leadership Academy, having the opportunity to broadcast this, and I'm going to shut up and let them do the rest of this quarter. Go ahead, ladies.
You can't afford to make that kind of mistakes. Can't be dribbling like that.
Jump shot.
Good. Oh, like a good jump. It was a nice jumper. Good decision.
He usually sinks those jump shots.
One thing they can't do is get fouls in the backcourt.
You can't, because you have to pressure them. If you pressure them, they will turn the ball over.
But surprisingly, this hasn't been a really high foul count game. I think it's 5-2 third quarter is not that bad.
It's not.
Considering we were like 9-2.
Yeah, and then last year, it was 11-3.
Yeah. But that's a whole different topic.
But I mean, with the foul count like that, I'm like surprised this game hasn't gotten super physical yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
Because you know, with low foul counts like this in a game like that, you know, games they tend to get like real physical.
Yep. See, okay, they're back with the jumping.
Yeah. You can't
send
hold
it
that
to
ball.
whoever has the ball, but now it looks like they're in the man again.
You have to get that ball out. It's going to be a 5 second.
Almost.
Yeah, he was close. You got to get out that corner. That's where they're trapping him.
See, they jumping.
They're leaving someone.
He got to pass it down to that corner.
That was open.
Oh, he travel from the sophomore.
But that pass from Destin to that corner, that pass has to be quick.
It does. He has to know it's there. Like, obviously, maybe it's just to me. Obviously, if two people jumping me, someone's open.
Yeah. Or if I see someone getting jumped on her, they're gonna foul.
Exactly. You gotta get some attention.
But if I see someone getting jumped and then the ball comes to me, I know there's someone else open.
Foul number 24 from Rickards. That is his second. He picked up 2 within the last minute or so.
Good job. Good job.
He has to close out. He has to get a hand up. Good box out.
That was a good three-pointer. He just didn't make it.
Yeah.
I think Ribault, they're taking pretty decent shots. They're just not finishing. Timeout, Rickards. Full with 56.4 seconds left in the third quarter. The score is 43-29. Rickards is up.
Yeah, they're taking pretty good shots. They're just not falling. That's why I said I think that they're like a shooting team.
I think Coach Avery is drawing up a play, or maybe he's working on the press. I can't really tell.
Maybe for this last minute, he's drawing up either a play or a press.
Possibly.
Who would he be drawing a play up for?
I personally feel like Coach Eli might draw up a play for someone other than Vince. But maybe Destin? I don't know.
They have to drop a play because on offense they haven't really been getting anything like they have in the first half.
Because I know they're expecting to go to Vince. I mean, everyone in this gym is expecting to go to Vince at this point right now. So, guess we'll have to just wait and see.
Because they have the ball. So he should have drew up an offensive play because they haven't been getting into anything on offense.
Ball in, Vince. Definitely going for Vince.
Yeah. Oh, he's got to
pass that.
Yeah, you got to pass that.
Oh, he finished it. It's okay.
Way to finish.
45-29. Rickards up.
Now, Ribault is getting that ball out fast, and they are attacking Rickards. Way to get, and then we just got the ball out fast.
They just sucked that
make it
basket.
a high-paced game. You can't hold that ball.
They're fighting right back.
They have a lot of heart.
They're in the man again.
Yeah.
No help for Vince. No help if you're guarding Vince. My bad. Gentry Sparks attempt to take the charge. The ref waves it off and says no. Vincent for the three.
Wow.
Buzzer beater.
Wow.
48-36.
Wow.
Vincent McRae hits a buzzer beat three.
Great. That was very great.
And it was really pretty.
Yes, and he took his time.
Did they call it?
He took his time.
I think they're deciding. Oh, they called it. He shot it. He definitely shot it before the buzzer.
Yeah, he took his time with that one. I feel like the defender didn't think that he was going to make the shot at all.
He was by himself.
He had a defender in his face. I didn't think the defender, thought that he was going to make it at all, but he definitely sunk that shot. He was very confident with that.
Ladies, we appreciate you being here and helping us through this quarter.
Our pleasure.
Make sure you put it on your resume here.
Of course. Put everything on my resume.
Put everything on your resume. Strap, thank you there.
McCray shooting him out the gym.
Out the gym.
You?
I couldn't even tell if that was good or not.
It was good all the way.
Wow.
McCray with the green light.
Wow.
The whole gym stood up and yelled, you?
Jesus. Are they done now? Jeff.
I'm sorry, you're talking to me? Done.
Yeah, you. Are they done?
Ribault?
Yeah.
I don't know. They, like you said, they tend to be 5 seconds. It's gonna be defensive pressure like that that'll get them back in the game.
Man, oh man.
Hey, they're only down. You know, they hit this bucket. They're only down 10.
They got the ball inside.
Get a foul on Gentry Sparks.
If you look at Coach Bryant over here, he's got a stern look on his face. No smile, that scowl. He said he's been in this spot before. We let him get away.
Yeah, it's the Raiders pulled away in that third quarter. They came out that third quarter with high energy and just out hustled Ribault, and Ribault came out in this fourth quarter and just started sticking to their men like glue, and Raiders immediately turned the ball over.
That was strange coming out the second half. Ribault just seemed complacent.
Raiders went into a kind of a mini ball hole stall there in the end of the third. I would have kept the foot on the gas.
Oh, what'd you call it, a ball what stall? Ooh.
A mini ball stall.
A mini ball stall.
They went to a spread and just kind of ran 3 minutes off the clock at the end of the third. Like you said, this is a playoff game. I would have given McCray the green light. Hey, just keep shooting. Shoot them out the gym. If they
You say stalling a little bit, let them regroup a little bit.
Yeah. McCray hit that big shot at the end of the buzzer. But like you said, Ribault came out and was kind of out of sync, lethargic.
Yeah.
And the Raiders just ran off. They ran off 10 straight points. I was up here jamming.
And when is that different from any other day? Man, I thought for a minute that they would sleep on it, but here they come.
Yeah, see there,
Here they come.
40 to 50, and a turnover. They turn it back.
I like them to get that play under control a little
Jump
bit.
ball. It's gonna go Raiders. Raiders ball, and see the Raiders start turning the ball over. They'll be right back in it. 2 buckets, and they'll be in it.
You're right about that. 6:58. 50 to 38. It's a long way from being over.
You hit 2 3-pointers, and this game will change dramatically.
I would use it as a timeout right now.
You need one of the old King muscle cramps here.
One of the GODBY lay down and I'm hurt, and point at him to stay down there. Moves that Coach Colville has perfected.
Another turnover. Boy, Raiders are in trouble now.
Block.
They're gonna get a block.
What concerned me was the substitutions that Ribault was using that Rickards wasn't. That I thought might start to wear him down and come to fruition here in this fourth quarter.
So now it's going to be if he hits these two, if Matthews hits these two, 10-point game.
1-1.
The Ribault coach just told the sub that's coming in, hey, when you get in there, you got to play defense. He said, we don't need nothing else. We need you to play defense. And he knows that's the strength of their team. (50-39), 6:52, game long way from over.
Ribault does not quit.
Trotman, good position. The Raiders lucky there. That basket didn't sink because they would have had to face another full court press. Boy, Ribault is relentless on defense. Their guards are chasing that ball.
They're chasing Destin to get that ball out of
Gentry
his hand.
Sparks all the way.
They're trying to get that ball out of Destin's hand. They need somebody. They want anybody other than Destin.
That's 9 points for Gentry Sparks. And 10 is his magic number. And boy, he hit a basket with a desperation basket because they needed that basket to stay up. And Trotman with another tip. Trotman with another block.
Yes.
Trotman doing the job. And boy, they're intimidated now. They saw him in there and didn't want to go back up again.
Good game for Alex Trotman. He's rebounded tremendously from earlier when he had Miami New Orleans, 2 big boys in there. They didn't run the double team this time. And there's he had the layup. I mean, the jumper. They wanted him to shoot it that time.
Gentry Sparks with a drive to the basket and an opportunity to go over the 10. I believe is at 9 points. You have a count on Sparks?
Unofficially, I have him at 6, but that does not mean that's accurate. I'm sure he's concerned about the up and the under that you put on him. I'm sure he's checked this a couple times. He went back and looked at his cell phone.
Well, let's just call it 7 because, and then there's 8. Sparks, huge 2 baskets.
It was.
Because the Trojans had a chance to cut the lead to either not. Good no call there.
I don't know if it's a good no call if you're a Ribault fan.
Raiders right back down the floor like a flash. Matthews brings it up. He's frustrated. He is frustrated. He wants some looks. He looks like he's out of gas.
I don't doubt that that's a foul call, but it's just interesting to me. There's 2 referees in better position that didn't see that call, and he's looking around bodies trying to figure out who hit him.
Yeah, who hit. And that's the old case where if you're a heads-up teammate, number 10 should have raised his hand to get the foul on him.
3 on Alec, he's winded.
Yeah, to keep your big man from getting 3 fouls. Number 10 should immediately raise his hand like, hey, it was me. It was me.
He needed that blow anyway. 3 fouls with 5.5 to go in the 4th quarter is not in danger, but getting that blow is. He needed that.
56-39. The Raiders can get this thing. If they can get this thing under 3 minutes, I would definitely start to run some clock there. The coach Eli Bryant saw how dangerous it was. He put his foot back on the gas.
Oh. Tried.
Gentry Sparks wasn't looking.
Yeah, Destin tried to hit him real quick. Wow, he tried to hit him. He deviated from the play since he was open. He said you didn't have to run the play. All you do was turn around and get the card for a layup. Destin's still frustrated.
Timeout, Ribault. And look at Matthews. Matthews is frustrated.
No, Eli Bryant immediately asked the same thing I wanted to know. How many timeouts do they have left?
Who does Ribault have left?
Yeah, that's what Coach Eli asked him. They said 2, but he instantly wanted to know because I was like, they should have used a lot of timeouts trying to stem the flow. You always want to know how many timeouts in a game like this or in any game, how many your opponent has. That has an effect on your strategy. But one thing about it, Ribault is in that huddle tight, and all of them are listening, whatever it is, and their coach Harold is telling them.
Yeah, Josh Normal's over there. Hopefully we can get something from him when they pull out of there. I can't see his face. He's got his back to us.
I don't even see him. Whose timeout was he in? Oh, no.
Yeah, he was in a. Josh is down. You turn Josh up on 3 or 4. Turn him up on 4 or 3.
4 is all the way up.
Or 3,
already.
yeah, turn him up on 3. Josh, what'd he say?
Well, Jeff, he said, guys, we can't give up. We come too far. We got to keep continuing to fight and keep pounding away at this lead and get back into this game. Back to you, Jeff, and make it at this.
Thank you, sir.
Good job. Good job. That's what we needed to hear. The Trojans come out.
4 minutes and 38 seconds away from Lakeland. That's where Tallahassee Rickards is right now. 4 minutes and 38 seconds away from going to Lakeland. 56-39, standing at the line of Ribault. Can they hold on?
Crucial free throws. They gotta score with this clock not moving. Cannot afford to miss one basket, which they do. Boy, that hurts.
Can the miracle season continue for Ribault?
They could have cut it. 40, they could have made it a 41-56 game with the clock not moving. Raiders still with the gas on. In and out. It looked like a hole there. He had his hands gripped around his neck.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Tried to score with the muscle jumper.
Good defense, Gentry Sparks. Oh, boy.
Well, I thought it was a foul. That's what they called on the other end. Calling a lot more fouls now into the fourth quarter than they did earlier in the game.
Yeah, Raiders in a position here to definitely run some clock. Run a minute off each possession.
I don't know that the clock and the stopping the clock actually hurts them right now, because I think the way they're playing, they could afford to get a little bit of a rest. So they're trying to take advantage of this to get them a chance to get a blow and still keep their same players in the game.
Yeah. Said Matthews has less than 7 points. I've only seen him hit 2 baskets. 2 baskets and one free throw. So unofficially, I think we have him at 5 points. McCray with a good rebound there.
Oh, that's ugly.
And he's cramping up.
I got Matthews at 9.
Yeah, Matthews at 9. Yeah.
He said if you're going to come off now. And so Eli said, how you stop the ball? Which is true. He said, how you stop the ball?
Maybe he should just lay down. Just do
he said, how you stop the ball?
Just do the God.
Right, he's right. He's right. He's right. You deemed him hurt, so you got to take him out the game. He is right.
Uh-oh, he better be careful.
He's right. He's right.
Well, it actually helped Ribault because they were trying to sub out one of the guys that was for a stronger free throw shooter anyway.
Wow. Well, since he stopped, he used that to put Alec back in.
Yeah.
Alec got a chance to get a couple minutes rest.
Boy, I just do not like that type of lob inbound pass.
Here comes a double.
Boy, nice. Destin Coates. Mr. Reliable.
Okay, now he's in foul trouble. That's a 4th one on Alec.
4 on Trotman, and he didn't need to contest that one. Just let that one go.
58-41, 17-point lead, 3:39.
Trotman's getting ready to come out.
Yeah, Malik has actually played pretty good tonight.
Trotman with the rebound. He's been rebounding. He's blocked. He's had big blocks that just thwarted the Trojan offense.
Alex has played a real good game today.
McCray turns it over. Matthews.
He's trying to keep that himself. He had 2 men in front of him.
Yeah. He was going all the way there. Oh, Destin Coates getting held.
Yeah, but that doesn't bother Destin.
Look at there. He's getting manhandled out there.
No. He's getting hit. He's not getting manhandled. You don't manhandle Destin. He loves contact.
His jersey was pulled.
Oh, that was a throw.
The Raiders got to be careful here. 40, 45, 58.
Time is not the friend for Jacksonville Ribault. 2:49 left in the game.
They need to just hold this ball and run some clock. Stop trying to drive and score. Just hold the ball.
Ribault with fresh horses coming in. Yeah.
I missed it.
Eli was giving them the business. He turned around and snapped at Eli.
Wrong. If you're going to foul somebody, that's the wrong man to send to the line there. Well, I jinxed him.
Yeah, you did.
With a great play, McCray gets it right back. McCray with eyes in the back of his head. He heard the young ladies in the back here yelling, "Look out!"
Now he would hear the voice of a woman. 2:27 left, 2:25, 58-45. It's going to be a free throw shooting contest all the way in now. Anytime Ribault does not make a steal, they're going to foul and put him at the line. And timeout.
Raiders up.
Rickards. Instantly he sends for Tremel Charlton. 2 minutes, 25 seconds away from Lakeland. 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Can Tallahassee Rickards hang on?
Okay.
Eli Hazel, assistant coaches are huddled up over there with Avery discussing something. Ribault looking at their coach. They're waiting on him to pull something out of the hat for them. All they can tell him is to keep playing, going at them strong defensively, and try to create turnovers.
Yeah, Ribault has been relentless with their defense. They're starting to claw their way back. A three-pointer, they can cut it to a 10-point game. A lot of time left, 2 minutes and 25 seconds.
It's been a long time since they've hit a three-pointer from the floor. A long time.
I'm going to love to hear what Josh Normal has to say coming out of his timeout.
What sideline is he on?
He's over here right behind Avery Curry.
Okay.
Coach Bryant's not even, he's looking over here at us.
Well, that's because he made his substitution. He made his talk early. The assistant coaches were talking behind the huddle. Now all of them are huddling over here with the referee right here to my left.
Yeah.
And the referee is doing more talking than them. He's telling them what he saw with his eyes. They're trying to tell him something, but he's not listening.
Yeah, Josh, what did you get? What did you take from that Rickards huddle?
Okay, go ahead, Josh. Josh.
Justin Coates missed the free throw. Rebound.
That's that offense. The offense has deserted them.
Josh, what'd you get from that Rickards huddle in that last timeout?
Coach Bryant simply said, look, guys, all we have to do is get stopped, play our responsibility, and we're on our way. Let's not get selfish here. I've personally been in situations like this where it could turn the whole game. So we'll see what comes out at the end of this break. Back to you, Jeff, and make it to this.
Don't get selfish.
Hey, good observation.
2 minutes and 8 seconds back at the free throw line. Ribault.
Great advice, but there's another opportunity to score with the clock not moving. Rickards has got to understand they're going to face even tougher competition. They can't do little things like that. Just let them score so that clock continues to run. The clock is more of an enemy than the scoreboard. Then the score column.
Devon Matthews hit almost a full-court shot to win a game in the last 2 weeks in the first round of the tournament. After being down by one, they scored a layup, went up by one, took the ball with 2 seconds to go, threw it the length of the floor and won. He's a hero at Ribault forever in their history.
Yeah.
Rickards with 4 guards in the game.
Yeah. Destin Coates splits the defense, dishes.
Oh.
There's a score.
Whoa.
Yeah, he hit the ground. Oh, he hit hard.
I couldn't tell if it was his elbow or his head. I hope it was just his elbow.
Yeah, he hit hard.
Yeah.
Here comes the trainer.
And the coach.
But you know what? You've been in a situation before where you play a game in 3 overtimes and it just takes an emotional toll on you. And then you have to come back and play another big playoff game in, 2-3 days. But in a triple overtime game, they came in, it looked like they had pretty good legs, but like you said, in the start of the third quarter, they just were lethargic, and the Raiders just pulled away.
Jeff, they had 2 3-overtime games against the same opponent in the district championship and the sectional finals. So in a 10-day span, they had 2 triple overtimes against the same opponent.
Yeah, they played a lot of ball. Like, I don't know if maybe that contributed to that third quarter collapse.
Travel. Destin telling him, hey, man, pass the ball. But see, I'd much rather Destin keep it and get it down cross half.
Yeah.
So, minute 42. They're going to Matthews again.
Boy, Matthews.
He
Matthews
just putting his head down.
Oh, they called a block.
Oh.
That was a horrible call. Matthews lowered his shoulder and just straight bulldog trucks, straight Mack trucks. Coach Bryant is hey, man, he said, come in, man, come in.
He's trying to get him over here. And the referee has
he said, can you see?
yeah, but he got deaf on him. He needed to turn his hearing aid up because he's not hearing anything.
He said, can you see? I read his lips from up here. Can you see?
60-46.
Matthews at the line. Opportunity to cut, make it a 12-point game.
Ribault has been miracle workers through this postseason. Knocks one down.
Well, everywhere McCray goes, 15 is right on his heels.
Boy, this referee is supposed to be on this sideline. He's a third of the way on the floor, so he doesn't have to hear Coach Eli.
Gentry Sparks gives it back to Mr. Reliable, back to Gentry Sparks, gets it across the court.
Come get the
foul on Matthews.
Tremel hadn't missed a free throw yet today by our records. He's 4 for 4.
I want to say Matthews is I believe Matthews is the same Matthews as he's a cornerback on the football team.
Got the right size for it, 6'3".
Devon Matthews. I'm ready to Google him. I want to say he's headed to University of South Florida.
Okay. Well, Tremel's 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Actually, this is a much better free throw percentage than what Rickard normally shoots.
Well, nice tip out by
Trotman. They're going to bring it back out. Destin screaming for the ball.
McCray drives, scores.
And that might be the nail in the proverbial coffin there.
Raiders
up 15.
With the foot still on the gas with 1 minute. Matthews, 3-point.
First three.
Timeout.
First three for the game with 58 seconds left.
Full timeout. They should be one timeout to go.
63-51, 58 seconds left. They needed some of those threes long ago. That's the first one.
You know, you've been in this coaching situation before. You know he's getting ready to initiate the hack-a-shack, the hack-a-foul, slow the game down.
I don't know who he's going to foul on Rickard's team today. Based on how they're shooting right now, they don't typically shoot free throws this well, but they are absolutely knocking them down at the right time tonight. They're less than 1 minute away from making a trip to Lakeland. I see people on their phone pulling up the hotel reservation trying to make sure they can get somewhere in Lakeland. They're not watching us, Jeff. They're trying to get those hotel reservations in Lakeland.
Hey, I wish I could go with them.
Oh, man. Boy, this is a long way from the team we saw in the Capital City Classic back in December.
Yeah,
they grew up, they matured, they came together. Once they found out that two players who were deemed ineligible weren't coming back, they grew up as a unit, as a team, and they added Destin Coates, first team All Big Ben running back as a junior, headed to Georgia State to play football.
Yeah, huge improvement. I watched that game. I didn't call that game with you, but I watched it in our post-production for it to go on television, and boy, it was an ugly game.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, they must have had 20, 25 turnovers easily.
In the first quarter. The
foul is on Matthews. That's got to be 4 on Matthews.
Right now, I don't know if and fouling Destin is as good as anybody because he hadn't shot any free throws.
Coates misses. I think at this point the door is pretty much closed, and that just barring an absolute miracle.
The fact that Ribault is here is an absolute miracle. So
Timeout Raiders.
They advanced. They were up 1. Gave up a layup with 3 seconds to go. 2 seconds, the ball goes through the net. Everybody's yelling and screaming. They take the ball out of bounds, get it to Matthews. 1 second left. Buzzer goes off in the air, goes through. They win. Everybody looked like they sprayed it with ether.
Yeah.
They are a miracle team. 2 triple overtimes during that same team. I'm not saying that they got one coming, but boy, they've looked in the eyes of defeat for the last 2 weeks in unprecedented fashion and have emerged victorious. Right now, they're playing with house money.
Well, if they can hit 5 threes in 43.7 seconds.
They've still been a team of destiny, regardless of what happens tonight, and they should be very proud of what they've done to get here with a team that graduated 6 seniors last year.
There's a 3. It's off the mark. McCray rebound. Kicks it out to Trotman. Trotman with a dunk. Nope, with a lay-in.
Now they took away the dunk by running in front of him. Alec all outside now. The wing, he wants to get a steal. There go the famous Rick High champ.
Well, they got him with it with the Ribault. They yelled Ribault when the girls won.
Is that your AD
boy,
Rick High?
That's the AD. Boy, Destin Coach just body blocked number 11 out of that rebound.
Man, we ought to get some real good shots on this one. Some good crowd shots. And Rick High is getting ready to go to Lakeland as it counts down 66-51. I'm going to be quiet and let the camera do the talking right now. Rick High going to Lakeland. Going to Lakeland. 66-51 in a game that wasn't close.
Like you said, third quarter, Raiders pulled away at the beginning of that third quarter. They just came out on fire, and Ribault looked, they were very lethargic. I don't know if the rest got them, or was the triple overtimes in the 2 games. They were just, that third quarter was just did them in.
Boy, they went on and put them to sleep in a game, and we talk about the fact that a lot of the coaches try to play the best competition that they can to get ready to try to get to Lakeland. They might not have that real good overall record, just like Ribault. Ribault had a heck of a season to get here, to be 1 step away from going to the state. They played with house money. But Rickards, from what we saw earlier in the year to what is on the floor right now, is not the same thing.
Yeah.
Betting money before the season started, you would have bet that the girls would have been more likely to go than the boys.
Yeah, I would have put it on Strap and the girls.
And as it is, the guys' team went well, and they had a more difficult road playing Godby. Godby gave them a much more difficult game than this.
Yeah, and the difference maker in that game, Gentry Sparks came off the bench, hit 10 points. This game, Gentry Sparks came off the bench, and he was probably unofficially, I think we have him at 8 or 9 points. And he had some good defensive plays, but Trotman played lights out in there with huge blocks. That third quarter, Ribault just didn't have any lift. They couldn't get anything. Trotman just dominated down low in that paint with rebounds and blocks, and he just played on a whole nother level. They're gonna need that from him.
Yeah, he did a real good job. There's our sponsor. Data Set Ready, one of the corporate sponsors for INSiiGHTS. But he played real good. Last time we saw him against a much bigger opponent with Miami Norland, and he didn't look like he looked tonight when he played. He actually handled himself very well inside. they may have neutralized them a little bit scoring, but his defensive presence and his ability to limit them to one shot was key to them being able to win this game today.
Yeah, and I'll say this, huge game by Destin Coates holding Matthews, Devon Matthews, holding him to less than 10 points. For the first and second quarter, Coates was all over him like glue, would not let him get the ball. And credit the GODBY Cougars, they had to do the same thing with King. So they played a team that was almost similarly offensive, the same, that one player just made it all happen for them. You shut Matthews down and it shows. They went ice cold in the third quarter.
Yeah, they did, and it almost worked opposite of what you would have thought. It seemed more like they had lost their legs. Their legs were heavy. They just didn't seem to have it. And it was kind of surprising because they played so many players the first half. They played as our co-hosts and hostesses said, they played everybody on the bench.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, and we noticed that early. Early in the game, he went to the bench. But and as you pointed out, Rickards held the ball. Rickards controlled the ball. They didn't turn it over a whole lot, and they didn't let their defense become their weakness. That, like you said, a Ribault team feeds off of defensive turnovers and big plays.
It was a heck of a game. We knew coming in on doing our homework that they were going to face a lot of pressure. In fact, Ribault had talked a lot of junk about their pressure and how Rickards had better be able to handle that pressure because they were going to see it for 32 minutes. Yeah. Well, earlier in the year, that would have been an issue and a problem. Even GODBY's pressure bothered them more than what they got from Ribault today. Rickards was ready.
They were ready, and like I said, big game balls. I got to give multiple game balls. Trotman dominated third quarter. Coates first and second quarter with his defensive production against Matthews kept Matthews from even touching the ball. Matthews couldn't get the ball. He got frustrated. Then third and fourth quarter, Gentry Sparks had huge defensive plays along with Trotman, and the Raiders just pulled away. And then, of course, your money man, McCray, hitting his threes, hitting baskets, hit a half-court shot at the buzzer. To McCray, real deal, all neighborhood. Raiders advance.
Man, oh man, that was a good game. The other adjustment that they made was they played the 1-2-2. The shots are not at the top of the circle against the 1-2-2. The shots are in the middle, free throw line extended, and in the corner. Once they made adjustment, started running McCray to the corner, which is all season long, even when they wasn't hitting them, they were taking those shots out the corner. They were able to get to the corner, get their shots, and now they're knocking it down. And that's where the weakness is in the 1-2-2. Avery Curry, Eli Bryant, and Eli and his staff made some adjustments and started running some motion and running a run-through. Once they ran that run-through, got to the corner, they knocked a couple of those down and it opened it up.
Yeah.
Ribault, on the other hand, didn't hit a three-pointer until it was like a minute and 30 seconds left in the game when Matthews hit one. Prior to that, they didn't knock one down.
Yeah. And like I said, Destin Coates, excellent job. Hats off. He did it. He shut their leading scorer down, and the Trojans were out of sync. And in that third quarter, the Raiders came out, turned it on, and just went into a whole nother gear, and the Trojans couldn't catch back up.
Well, early they didn't even look like they tried to get Matthews off track much. Then he got frustrated because he wasn't in the offense. And they didn't run. When they started running sets for him, Rickards knew what those sets were and were ready. So they were well prepared for this game tonight. And again, that triple overtime, if I'm getting ready to play my opponent, I don't care if it's 3 days away or 4 days away, the longer they play, the more overtime periods they play, I figure that's to my advantage because it wears them down just a little bit more and a little bit more.
Yeah, and you expend a lot of emotion. You think you're winning the game, you're losing the game, you hit a full court shot at the buzzer and win, and you expend a lot of emotion running around on the court, and you're all high. Next game you're in triple overtime, you're just emotionally exhausted. And
go ahead.
And so the kids, and then you have to make not a long trip, but you have to make a trip to Tallahassee, and Rickards is had a pretty decent win against GODBY, won an easy win, but they didn't have to expend a whole lot of energy. And like you said, expending that much energy, and the coach had to go to the bench very, very early because he knew, and it looked like in that third quarter, they just ran out of gas.
Well, and to add on to that, it was their second triple overtime game that they had against them, against the same opponent in less than 2 weeks. In addition to which, they had the game they came from behind, hit a full-length court shot to win at the buzzer. Ball going off. I mean, the buzzer going off on the ball is in the air. So they had a miracle run here, and they should be exemplified. And congratulations to Jacksonville Ribault, their coaching staff, for an excellent season on a year they played with house money.
Yeah. And
they never would have thought they would have gotten to the sectionals and be one game away from going to Lakeland.
And I have to give them credit. They did an excellent job. The coach, former Rattler graduate, excellent job coaching. Like you said, he graduated 6 seniors, and still they're back here competitive and making a run one game away from Lakeland. Excellent job. Can't take anything from the Ribault Trojans.
And we cannot, and congratulations and kudos to Rickards High School, one of the INSiiGHTS schools, one of the INSiiGHTS charter schools, being able to come through and get to Lakeland. I think I heard athletic director Earl Hankerson say the first game, the semifinal contest, is on Wednesday. Again, thank you to the supporters of Rickards High and the greater Tallahassee community that came out in much better numbers for this contest to support this team and to be a part of what they did.
But let's see what Coach Bryant's got to say when he's over there talking to the media. Josh Norman's over there. Josh, go ahead and stick the mic on him so we can hear his interview while he's talking. Turn him up on. He's on 3 or 4.
He's on 3.
He's up on 3. Can't hear you, Josh. Are you unmuted?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we still can't hear you, Josh.
That's in the blue. That's our
So
guy.
check your mute. Check your mute.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, we're good.
Well, we can't hear him. Well, we tried to get an interview, quick interview with.
And okay, you can't get him.
Yeah, I can't get over there to him. Eli, I got to
tell Earl that we can't hear him, and we'd like to talk to him.
In a great job by Coach Bryant and staff. He didn't have to do a whole lot of coaching, as far as strategy, because he put it in the strategy that, like you called it out. He didn't have to make a whole lot of adjustments because they had already done it. And so when Ribault moved to Plan B, they were ready for Plan B. When Ribault tried Plan C, they were ready for Plan C. So he didn't have to do a whole lot of jumping up and yelling and timeout and to readjust and get his team in position. They were already prepared for everything Ribault pretty much threw at them.
So it was a good job of coaching, but he just had them prepared before they got to the game today.
Correct. I was just saying he didn't have to do a whole lot of timeouts and readjustments and that sort of thing to let them know, hey, this is what we're going to do now that Matthews doesn't have the ball and they're trying to drive and the guard is running all over the place and everywhere trying to dish and that sort of thing. So excellent job. I can't say enough. Like you said, I looked at that game, that Capital City Classic game, and it was horrific. That's the only word that I could use. It was terrible. It was reminiscent of the early games of 2016 when the guards turned the ball, had more turnovers than points in 2 quarters. It was hard to watch. The guards were just turning the ball over almost every possession.
Well, we said on the air that was going to be a situation where I would not have wanted to be in practice with those gentlemen when Coach got them after that game. Yeah. And in later interviews, he was able to say, I asked him, what did he do? He said, we did a lot of conditioning. Yeah, he did a lot of conditioning.
And you know what? He's my favorite one-word coach. Coach, what you got to do for tonight's game? Win.
Yeah. King of the one-liners.
And he said this is the one that scares him. And he said he's been in this movie, 8-10 times before, and it's always comes down. You got to get by one team, the Ribault Trojans. If it ain't Ribault, it's Reims.
Yeah, he said this was a bigger arch rival game for him than what he has when he does. Okay, his turn. Can
Coach,
you hear?
Coach Bryant's on the way over. He's on his way over to you, and you
Okay.
can. We still got a couple of viewers that want to hear Coach Bryant. I definitely want to hear it. And Coach Bryant's, he's a popular guy today. He's waiting on, a lot of folks waiting on him.
Congratulations, Coach. Can we get a smile?
Yeah, of course. Been smiling ever since halftime, really.
I'll tell you, you've been smiling ever since halftime.
Right.
Yeah, but see, we want to see you smile on that camera right there because everybody else don't see that smile.
Okay.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Man, you had them prepared, Coach. We were just commenting. They didn't throw anything at you that your guys weren't ready to do.
And coaching staff did a great job of breaking the film down and coming up with a game plan and giving it to the kids. The kids did a great job of implementing it.
One of the key adjustments that you did make was running that odd man front in the offense against their 1-2-2. And once you started running McCray to the corner, which he wants to get to anyway, he hit a couple big threes on that weakness in the 1-2-2, and it just opened it up, Coach.
Oh, yeah. And you know, I'm so proud of Vincent. I mean, for the last 3 years, that's a 4-year guy in this program. For the last 3 years, he's just been steady, academically, socially, leadership in the weight room, leadership when we out running. Everything we've asked him to do, he's done it. Got a 1460-something on the SAT.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
He has 2.9 core GPA. Really doing a good job all the way around. I'm so happy for him.
He'll make an excellent rattler. Send him on the hill.
Hey, that's up to the coach. You know, they overlooked my kid. The last staff overlooked my kid who's starting at Alcorn now.
Wow.
Well, congratulations. I know it means a lot for you to be able to have a kid to do all the right things for you and get rewarded for doing that. You know, and so he sets a tremendous example for all the younger kids coming behind him.
Yes, he does. I mean, if you had seen him today around campus, how focused he was all day. And you know, Vince is a prankster.
Oh.
Yeah, he's one of them. Always got a joke. You know, but today he's a whole different person.
And what about your Rickards crowd? They seem to be. We had more in here, and they were louder and vocal tonight. Yeah,
I'm glad to see them coming back. You know, kids were complaining last year. Well, give them something to come and see. Mm-hmm. You know, win. That's what they come to see. People don't come to see losers.
I had a quick question. Talk about Destin Coates matched up on Matthew, shut him down in that first and second quarter, and then talk about that start of that third quarter where you came out on fire.
Well, Destin has a big heart. Another kid who's a 3-point student, 22 on the ACT, qualified, had an abbreviated football season, and it's going to end up at Georgia State. But he just came on. I didn't intend to let Destin play this year. And, you know, simply I didn't want him going off to school with a high ankle sprain or something. But he aggravated me until I just broke down.
And you needed what he brought.
Yeah, and then, you know, Vincent was always in my ear, and the coaching staff was like, you know, we're going to create a mutiny if you're going to keep that stance.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you taking the time and come and talk to us, and congratulations to you next Wednesday. And we wish you the best of luck and success, and celebrate, Coach. I know by tomorrow you'll be trying to gather game tape and breaking it down.
No, on my way to my mother's sister's 100th birthday party.
Oh, man, that's a blessing.
And she's in her right mind.
Oh, I ain't in my right mind, and I ain't nearly that old, and I ain't in my right mind today.
With 10 living children.
Oh, that's all right.
God is good.
Yes, he is. So you enjoy the day, and tell her we said happy birthday from INSiiGHTS.
I will.
Thank you. And here we are with Coach Eli Bryant. And again, congratulations to the Rickards High School family and for all that they have done with INSiiGHTS. And we appreciate having the opportunity to be a part of the Rickards Raiders and the fine hospitality that they have shown to us for each and every time we've been over here to cover their games.
Excellent.
This is Mickey Clayton, the coach, and Slick Rick. Talk till he drop Jeff Walker.